What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome to episode number 92 of my WWE 2K15 Universe Mode, and this is the final edition of Friday Night SmackDown in WWE 2K15, as next episode will be the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The promo will be coming out shortly, and I hope you enjoy it as we take a look at the match card. Cody Rhodes picking up a win over William Regal earlier on. The team of Tyson Kidd and Jack Swagger defeating Santino and the Great Khali. Big E of the New Day will go one-on-one with the Intercontinental Champion Titus ONeil. And in the main event for the episode, Corey Graves will go one-on-one with Roman Reigns. A little bit of fallout from last episode. We'll touch on that when we get to it. And as we see in the final matchup on the match card, it was John Cena and CM Punk picking up a tag team victory over Wade Barrett and Sheamus. So Cena and Punk building some momentum. They somehow managed to coexist here tonight prior to their matchup at the pay-per-view. And we take a look at another matchup that will have implications towards their pay-per-view encounter. It is one half of the tag team champions, one half of the Ascension, Konnor, set to take on one half of the Usos, the brother known as Jimmy, here tonight in the opening contest on SmackDown. And of course, this one, well, before we actually get into this matchup at hand, I'm going to go ahead and break down the Money in the Bank pay-per-view in case, for some reason, you don't know exactly what's going on. You don't know what all is going to be on the match card. Well, we're going to break it down real quick, nice and easy, as we've got the tag team titles on the line, which this matchup leads into, as it'll be the Ascension defending the gold against the Usos. We have Ryback going one-on-one with Christian in a bit of a grudge matchup there. The Intercontinental title on the line, Titus ONeil defending against Tyson Kidd. The Divas Championship on the line as Tamina Snuka defends against both Paige and Emma in a triple threat matchup. Dolph Ziggler will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Edge in what we found out will be a TLC matchup. That's going to be huge. The WWE title on the line, CM Punk defending against John Cena. Seth Rollins will be competing against Triple H in a no-holds-barred matchup. That is going to be, that's going to be violence for sure. And in the main, well, everything, the matchup you're looking forward to, the Money in the Bank ladder matchup, the match that gave this pay-per-view its name. It is Daniel Bryan versus Curtis Axel versus Cesaro versus Cody Rhodes versus the two men who will be competing in the main event tonight, Roman Reigns and Corey Graves. That is the match card. I hope you are excited for this one. It is going to be a spectacular card, a good way to close out the WWE 2K15 season of Universe Mode. I thought Payback was pretty good, but I feel like Money in the Bank is going to be, I feel like we're going to keep continuing to build towards SummerSlam. I think that, you know, I feel like this whole year, the pay-per-views following WrestleMania have just been, we've been building to something big. We've been building to something spectacular, and I feel like the journey continues through Money in the Bank. So hopefully hopefully once Money in the Bank drops and you guys all check it out, hopefully you feel the same, and that this Universe Mode can only continue to get bigger and better and continue to grow as we go on. But now we focus on the matchup as Viktor, he just absolutely shoved Jimmy Uso across the ring there, but Jimmy Uso kicks him away, creates some separation, but Viktor with a full head of steam just about took Jimmy's head off with that clothesline. But now Jimmy delivers a clothesline of his own, and he drops Konnor. Did I say Viktor? I meant Konnor. And an elbow drop right there by Jimmy Uso. I'm sorry, I'm doing this one right after I just did the last episode, so having to swap between the two Usos, I'm trying to make sure I get that right, and now I'm screwing up the Ascension, so I apologies for that, but and it was a super kick to the jaw of Konnor by Jimmy Uso as he goes for the cover, 2 count, but no, Konnor manages to dig down deep and power out of that one at 2, and now counter for counter, these two men with an exchange. Look at this, Jimmy Uso with a Samoan drop as he just absolutely planted Konnor there into the cover, hooks the leg, 3 count, that is it, folks. Jimmy Uso has knocked off one half of the Ascension here tonight. And, well, we saw last episode when Viktor defeated Jey Uso, it seemed as though things weren't looking too good for the Usos heading into the pay-per-view. But tonight, Jimmy Uso, he just changed that, and now I feel like it's a bit more of an open sort of expectations. I don't really know who to expect to win, but with Jimmy Uso getting the win tonight, I think it certainly makes it much more of a level playing field. I feel like the Usos, this last sort of shot of momentum could be what it takes to get them into a good standing, get their heads in the right place, and give them the confidence to succeed. But now, next up on the match card is, you know, we saw last week, the New Day, they fell just a bit short in their #1 contenders match against the Usos. Well, Big E, he did pick up a monumental victory for the New Day at the beginning of this month against John Cena. And perhaps, you know, the WWE Universe perhaps feeling as though Big E, maybe the New Day is just holding him back. Perhaps Big E should go on his own and be a single superstar. Well, for those people who, if that is what they're thinking, they could perhaps have their suspicions proved correct tonight if Big E can somehow pick up a victory over the Intercontinental Champion, Titus ONeil. I mean, if he can do that, then Big E, well, he'll very well get an Intercontinental Championship title shot somewhere down the road, possibly in the near future. Of course, Money in the Bank is set in stone, Titus ONeil against Tyson Kidd, but Big E, he could set himself in line for perhaps a SummerSlam opportunity, but to do that, he's going to have to defeat the real deal, Titus ONeil, and as we've seen, since WrestleMania, that is no easy feat. I mean, Titus ONeil, he has just been on a path to greatness, a path to glory. I mean, it all started back when he defeated Darren Young in Elimination Chamber, severing his ties with the Primetime Players. I apologize, I just like burped when I said ties. Eey. But anyway, Titus ONeil, he severed his ties, his bonds with Darren Young, and he struck out on his own as a single star. And he quickly found success when he won the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, dethroning Ryback as the champion. And since then, Titus ONeil defeating Ryback at Extreme Rules, defeating Goldust at Over the Limit, defeating Darren Young at Payback. Titus ONeil, he is just unstoppable right now. Nobody can get that title off of him. But Tyson Kidd, he'll have an opportunity. He can try at Money in the Bank. And Tyson Kidd, he's in good form as well. I mean, severing his ties with Justin Gabriel, he picked up a victory on Main Event a few weeks ago. He scored a win over Goldust, the former #1 contender, last week on SmackDown. And then, of course, or 2 weeks ago, one or the other. And then he also defeated the likes of Jack Swagger and Chris Jericho in a triple threat matchup to become #1 contender. Tyson Kidd, he's really riding this momentum wave, and it could be enough to just shoot him to the stars beyond Titus ONeil, and it could be enough to get him the Intercontinental title. But Titus, if he goes into the pay-per-view with a loss, you know, his future could perhaps look even more bleak. Oh, but Big E with a huge shot to the gut there. Big E, he's looking to play the role of spoiler tonight, as he's looking to perhaps derail Titus ONeil's momentum and give Tyson Kidd the edge leading into the pay-per-view. But for now, Titus, he's doing a good job at holding his own against Big E, as neither man really has gained a clear-cut advantage in this matchup. But the tides are shifting in favor of Titus ONeil as he drops Big E with a knee to the gut. Now he's dragging him over to the corner here. Titus, he's going up to the second rope. He's looking to fly. Oh, a splash off the second rope by Titus ONeil. And the impact could be enough to put Big E away. 1, 2... No, not quite yet. Big E manages to power out at 2. And again, Big E with a counter, back to his feet. He refuses to quit. He is not going to go down just like that. As Titus, geez, I screwed up with the Ascension earlier, and now I can't even get Titus's name right. Yeesh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think I'm good. I just had to get that out of my system. Let's look at this. Titus, he's got him up for a backbreaker. Oh, but Big E with a counter, and he delivers a backbreaker of his own. As Big E, no Langston, is just decimating Titus. Counter by Titus. As Big E, oh, now he got caught. Here's Titus, backbreaker. This time he connects. As Big E, now he could be in trouble. Covered by Titus. 2, No. As Big E, no Langston, kicks out at 2, and now he's back to his feet. Another counter. He's showing he's still got some fight left in him, and he's looking to bring the fight to Titus ONeil as Big E with the right hands backing Titus ONeil off. And now Big E looking to test his power, showcase his strength with a power slam. As now Titus ONeil, he's caught center of the ring. Big E, you can see this match has taken a lot out of him, and he needs a little bit of time to recuperate, as now he's got Titus with a reverse vertical suplex. And now it's Big E's turn to build momentum, to go on the offensive, as he powers him up, power bomb, drops him down to the mat. Titus ONeil, he is in a bad way right now. Big E, he has just completely turned the tide of this matchup 180 degrees. And now Big E, look at this, just manhandling the Intercontinental Champion with those backbreakers. And now into the cover. 2 count, but a kick out by Titus. Titus now, he's the one on the verge of defeat. He's the one who refuses to quit. Oh, and he blocks a suplex attempt. And a shot to the gut there of Big E. Is now Titus. Titus caught him. Look at this. Clash of the Titus. Clash of the Titus to Big E. And Big E is in a bad way. That could put him out for good. Titus ONeil, if he would go for the cover, but he's not done yet. Oh, well, this is just a direct statement to Tyson Kidd. See you at Money in the Bank. Another clash of the Titus from the Intercontinental Champion, and that is going to spell the end for Big E. As Titus hooks the leg. 2 count. Good night, Big E. No Langston. Titus ONeil, he gets the win tonight. As Big E, well, he put up a valiant effort. You know, for a moment there, I thought he might have had what it took to put Titus ONeil away, but Titus, he's too hot right now. He's got too much going for him to be stopped now. And Big E, he's just not the man to do it. He's not the man to beat Titus ONeil. And Titus still proving that he is the greatest Intercontinental Champion in this day and age. He's the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, as he continues to just win and win and win. Titus ONeil cannot be stopped. But does Tyson Kidd, does he have what it takes to stop Titus ONeil's reign of terror? Could we be looking at a new Intercontinental Champion this Sunday? Well, we're going to have to wait and find out. Next episode, of course, Money in the Bank. Be sure to stay tuned when we get to that, as this matchup, another matchup to sort of set the pace for Money in the Bank. We can get a little bit of insight as to who has the most momentum leading into the Money in the Bank ladder matchup. As we saw last episode on Main Event, Cesaro, he seems to be the clear-cut favorite, but a lot went down at the end of the match last episode on Main Event, and that included Roman Reigns spearing Corey Graves through the ringside barricade. And Corey Graves, he certainly is none too pleased with that. He's looking to get his redemption. He's looking to exact some revenge on Roman Reigns prior to the Money in the Bank matchup. And Corey Graves, he has had, well, he's certainly risen to the top since coming here to Universe Mode, since coming to SmackDown. Of course, Adrian Neville, he was injured back at Over the Limit by that man, Corey Graves. We have not seen Neville since. And then last pay-per-view at Payback, Corey Graves issuing an open challenge, which was answered by Sami Zayn. Corey Graves put them both through the announce table. The match ended in a no contest, a double count out, as the referee, he had to call the match off because Corey Graves and Sami Zayn, they were just completely bent on destroying each other. They could not be separated until the end of the matchup when they were both carried out on a stretcher. But now tonight, Corey Graves could perhaps be facing the biggest challenge yet as he goes up against the powerhouse of Friday Night SmackDown, formerly of The Shield, Roman Reigns. And oh, well, look at this. Corey Graves, he's taken some time, and, well, oh, Roman Reigns, he's not going to let that happen. Corey Graves, he was looking to control this matchup, go at his own pace, but Roman Reigns is not going to let Corey Graves control the tempo of this matchup, as now a brawl is ensuing here on the outside. Roman Reigns went for a super kick to the gut, but Graves with a counter, as now Reigns strikes him, headbutt to the back of Graves' head, and Roman Reigns just hip tosses Corey Graves to the floor, and Roman Reigns, he's feeling it. Oh, could he possibly be looking to drop Roman? Oh, what a running STO there to Corey Graves. He could be looking to finish Graves off early here. And that's a smart, you know, that's not really a bad idea to have. If you have a huge matchup just 2 days away where you could perhaps become a future World Heavyweight Champion. You win the Money in the Bank, you get a briefcase, which is a guaranteed title opportunity. It's basically a #1 contendership at any given time. You want to be at full health. You want to be at 100% going into a matchup like that. And you ending a matchup pretty quickly, you know, preserving as much energy as possible, avoiding any sort of injury, that's a very smart move. That's what you want to try to do. But Corey Graves, he wants to, especially when you go up against an opponent like Corey Graves, who's just so sadistic, so just out to destroy his opponents. Graves right now, you see, he's just really targeting the leg of Roman Reigns. He's trying to soften him up, make it so that Roman Reigns cannot climb that ladder, or go, for that matter, he can't even walk. If you can't walk, you can't climb a ladder. And Corey Graves, he wants to inflict as much damage as possible to Roman Reigns, who is another superstar who could be one of the favorites to win. I mean, we've got a lot of strong competitors going into that Money in the Bank ladder matchup. Corey Graves could perhaps be viewed as one of the underdogs. I mean, when you're going up against superstars like Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, Cesaro, I mean, that's some stiff competition there. A lot of veterans are in this matchup as well. Superstars who have never held the world title, but superstars who have been here for quite a while in Universe Mode. I mean, we have Daniel Bryan. He's been here since the beginning. Cesaro, he's been here since... it's been over a year for Cesaro. He's been around pretty long as well. Over a year for Curtis Axel as well. We can throw him on that list. Cody Rhodes, he's been around since the beginning. And then we have Roman Reigns, who has been around for... Roman Reigns, he's actually been around since almost the beginning. The Shield, they debuted at Over the Limit of last year. And then we have Corey Graves, who just recently made his official debut to the roster. Oh, he tries to duck outside the ring again. But Roman Reigns, he's not going to let that happen. But Corey Graves, he made his debut officially to the roster following the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So Corey Graves, definitely the youngest superstar in that matchup, the greenest, I guess you could say, in terms of, you know, in-ring ability. Corey Graves, that's not the word I'm looking for. I lost my vocabulary for some reason. Apologies, but you know what I mean. Corey Graves, he's had the least experience here in the WWE, but now he's going to the top rope. Roman Reigns, look out below as Corey Graves. Not often does he go to the top, but when he does, he pulls off a move like that, a spinning heel kick from the top rope. And now Corey Graves, he's got Reigns down and out, and he's looking to make him tap as he's got the ankle lock. Not an ankle lock, but you know, he's really just working on the leg there, the ankle of Roman Reigns. Maybe a bit of an inverted ankle lock there, but a counter now by Reigns, and a kick to the gut of Graves. As Reigns now sending Graves off the ropes. Look at this. Catapults him into the air, and then drives him right back down with a Samoan drop. And Roman Reigns, oh, he's looking for something huge. We know what that means. Roman Reigns, he's just waiting for Corey Graves to get to his feet. Look at this, a diving clothesline from Reigns. As Reigns, he has got Corey Graves on the ropes. Graves, he's not looking too hot. He's in trouble. And Roman Reigns sends him into the corner. Kick to the gut. Headbutt. Right hand from Reigns. Oh, and we know what this sets up. Corey Graves, he's right in position. Roman Reigns, he's creating some distance. Building up a full head of steam and drop kick right to the side of the head of Corey Graves. And you see on the replay the devastation, the impact on a move like that. Roman Reigns, he could be on the verge of victory right now. And you can see he's feeling it. He knows it. And he's... What the hell was that? Both men are down. Again, I apologize, folks, for the brief interruption, but wait, Corey Graves into the cover, not this way, not this way. Corey Graves has just defeated Roman Reigns. Well, obviously that's a very controversial finish. That weird interruption, I don't know what's controlling that, but obviously whoever it is, their target is Roman Reigns. And well, they've managed to throw him off his game prior to Money in the Bank. Corey Graves gets a big win in his career, and that is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And as this is the final episode of SmackDown, the final non-pay-per-view episode, I want to thank you all for the support over this year. Thank you for supporting the series. Be sure to stay tuned for the ride. Stay tuned for WWE 2K15, for Money in the Bank, and much more. Keep on YouTubing.